So for years, QFloors and MeasureSquare has been our two most prominent and most important softwares that we use. But the way I look at MeasureSquare CRM, and I've already seen it with you guys, is you guys are making sure that your MeasureSquare CRM works very good with your MeasureSquare Commercial, with your MeasureSquare Mobile, with your MeasureSquare Stone now, Colin Stone now. And so there's a huge advantage for that. And you guys are working well from what I've gathered. You guys have always had a pretty good working relationship with QFloors. Number one, there was two main reasons why. The two main reasons why were the fact that it worked well with your already established programs that we had been using for years. Number two reason was that I felt good about the relationship between MeasureSquare and QFloors. So that was the number two reason. I would say the number three reason would be I just like the ease of the flow ease of it. It flows better than what RLM did in many ways. The way you can self-manage it also is a big time plus for me, because with other softwares, anytime you wanted to make a change, you had to go in and you had to contact them, you had to let their brokers make it for you, and it was just aggravating. Well, both programs allowed us to have structure, allowed us to put structure in place where we could, not have, in the early days, me and the few employees that I had wore a lot of hats. And we still, there are certain employees that still wear a lot of hats, but with both QFloors and MeasureSquare, it allowed us to be able to provide structure and delegate certain things in a much better, easier fashion, to where we could, instead of me sitting around and typing up, a job description and every move that an employee can make, I can train them within a software such as QFloors or such as MeasureSquare as this is the section you own, or this is what like with QFloors, I can kind of give people that, this is the part of QFloors that your ownership lies in. With MeasureSquare, we can break it down, especially like the commercial side of things. We can break it down into, these are the things we do when we're just bidding a job, but then once we win a job, then we have other people that have a different skill set. Like, in other words, your estimators need to have a detailed mindset, but they don't need to have an overly detailed mindset, because you're just bidding a job. When you're estimating a job, you can't try to figure down to every single small Schluter SKU or whatever that you need for this job. You're just trying to spit out a number that's 95 to 99% accurate. When you win that job, then you got to have a different person that has a more detail-oriented mindset to come in and take what the estimator done when he bid the job, him or her, and then take that and fine detail it, because now we actually want to make money on this job. What software does, what both MeasureSquare and QFloors done, was allow us to provide structure and allow us to delegate tasks within the softwares, and that in turn caused a ton of growth. Probably MeasureSquare and QFloors are certainly in the top 5 reasons of why we've been able to grow. It exposes them, and it allows you to, it gives you some data to be able to correct and 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 to be able to manage a subpar or average employee into a better employee. So that would be one thing that it does is you can kind of see within the system of, okay, who's using the tools that you're giving them right and who's not using them right. And so they're, when you're running a company and you've got multiple team members, you're just not able to meet with all those team members every week or see everything that they're doing. Most of the time, most generally, you can tie sales numbers to your high performer people that are using softwares at full potential, and even you can even tie your admin team to, okay, what people are using the softwares we have in place to their, to really close to their full potential. Easily look at sales numbers in Q floors and also look at data in CRM and tie those things together of, okay, who is using CRM to their advantage. Mainly organization structure, but within itself, we for the longest time we have saved our MeasureSquare files to our server here internally in the building. And of course, we have backups for that and all that. But now with the CRM and the ability, I do a lot of traveling, and so I've always had to in the past remote back in, VPN back into my computer here to do any kind of work when I'm on the road traveling. And with MeasureSquare CRM, that's not necessarily the case. It's allowed us to be able to not be so dependent upon our servers here, and be able to create systems where we can travel and still get our data. I think we've got a lot of growth that we're, based on what the program is right now, we still have a lot of growing into the program that we can do and plan to do. And as you guys bring out the mobile version and integrate Job Tracker with it, I just see a lot of potential for us to really grow into the CRM even more and more over the years.